Hello and welcome. Yes, okay. So I'm starting off like WarbossTae's because he's throwing this challenge, and yeah, this is how far I get today, and you will soon see how I do it with my techniques and everything, and I try to walk you through this step by step. So yeah, I'm batch painting like 50 different models. So, and here's another dude, roughly the same. So what I do today is rust effects, metal and rust effects on the weapons and everything metal. So alright, yes, let's go. So okay, back to my wet palette. What I do is I'm trying something new. This is I have not tried this before. Putting pigments in and putting different colors in and mixing them together and making a sort of rusted metallic. What I'm trying to achieve with this is somewhat textured metallic base for my miniatures from metal. And yeah, I use browns and steel and I believe red and charcoal and a little water having in it too. So yeah, just trying something new. And then of course I'm starting to paint up the dudes. So yeah. By the way, today's question was how old I was when I started collecting or playing with miniatures, painting them. Well, I think it was back in 97, so that means I'm 16, 17 years old when I started up with Warhammer and Magic. So yeah, that is my answer. And yeah, now you can see every place I have not left where I left to make metal is getting this treatment with this pigment blend. In hindsight, I would say bump up the pigments or leave the pigments to the end. Do not think that did anything. Maybe made it more brownish, but yeah. I like trying new stuff, getting ideas from watching videos or articles or blogs or just in my head, and this was from my head, and obviously it did not work as planned, but hey, I'm trying it. So yeah, so I'm going over everything that is metal with this blend, and I'm going to show you everything on this video. So this is going to be a long video. It's going to be, yeah, you can see the count, it's about almost 20 minutes, but there you have it. Yeah, the rest of this video is going to be me putting on various parts with metal and rust effects. I'm going to use oranges and browns, brown pigment, and the pigment is, what I do is I have a matte varnish and pigment in two separate pots, and I'm just mixing this matte varnish into the pigment powder and dabbing on everything like a wash, everything that is metal that I want to have this worn look. Then I go over, because it's still wet, with just pigments, dry pigments on top of it. And what this will do is the pigment will dry the matte varnish up a bit and make this look really corroded. So this is something I just found out around Christmas when I painted up this Nurgle that I got in this Secret Santa project in Twitterland. If you're not in Twitter, I recommend you to just pop in there and try it. You find, I'm surprised how many friendly and funny people there are, just text messaging, twittering about nothing and everything. So yeah, I'm really grateful for all the feedback I'm getting now and before. People are really good at giving feedback here on YouTube too. So it is like what everybody, like a lot of guys and girls are telling you, to make YouTube videos is a second hobby in the hobby. So I might throw that into my hobby bit as well, making YouTube videos. I've done this now for over a year, and yeah, I know it's low quality, but whatever. People seems to enjoy it. I truly enjoy getting feedback. At the end of this video, I have thrown in how my setup is, so if you not want to watch everything, you can skip to the end part and have a look there. So yeah, in the game, our Centaurs is not very good, but they look cool, so I just have them. Why not paint them up and play with them? Looking forward to try play with beastmen. They have frenzy rules and lots of stuff. And on Google Plus you have this what do you call it? You have this place, this community in Google Plus. Just give me a second when I find it. Not professional this part, but whatever. Let's see. Oops. It is called Warhammer YouTubers, and there Mr. Malorian from Orc Tactical Team has given advice of put in as many gores as is human possible. Not this word exactly, but spam with gores. So I will try this. And another cool YouTuber known as Olgit are sending me more gores. So I'll totally film that and show you guys. That will be really interesting. I think he has painted them up, so I can compare my painted stuff to his painted stuff. I really enjoy watching close up and personal how people paint, because I love learning and love new techniques and everything. So and by the way, you can see this highlight I did with airbrush is really subtle, so except some guys that get a really spray tan, but yeah. So this characters decided to put out of this batch painting. I want to do them separately. So there is going to be centaurs, gores, ungores, and harpies is going to get patch painted, and I'm going to have the ungores, Empire ungores I have made, and all the more special guys I'm going to do separately, trying to paint them up, because when you are batch painting you are going to make mistakes, because well, you get tired of doing repeatedly the same thing over and over and over again, but it is really economical on time and paint and everything. So it is a two-handed, two-sided sword in that regard. You can you don't have that fine tuning on your painting, and as you can see, I've used really bad paintbrushes. I need to stack up on some new paintbrush, and yeah, that is a problem when you are painting lots of stuff. You wear your equipment, and yeah, I'm probably handle my paint stuff bad. I should take more care of them, but well, and yeah, and I haven't filmed everything I have painted, just because it is really exhausting, you know, sitting in same position all the time, and trying to get in focus in the camera. It is really tiring. It is super important to have a relaxed pose, sit straight up and relax and just, yeah, paint. I find to not, because if you're straining, if you are reaching over a long period, you know, they do not have most weight on them, but they will tire you up nevertheless. So yeah, what else can I talk about? Touching on all the comments and all the new guys that are commenting my stuff, that are really cool. I love getting a separate perspective of what I'm doing, and I love to give feedback to others. And yeah, I'm truly happy WarbossTae's did this. A little kick in the butt for my part, getting this done. So yeah, and here you can see now I'm putting on the rust effects after I'm painting all the metals. I'm just choosing not everything that is metal, but big areas are getting random stippling of orange. So so it will look corroded, and because let's face it, they are beastmen, and they do not take care of their equipment. As you will see in the end, I will paint up the sharp edges to be steel again, just, you know, because they are in use. So even though they are not taken hand of, there will be some and here you can see me putting on pigments, and in the first ones I'm just trying out how to do it, and I found the best way is to wet everything with this brown and make it a wash, and then go over with dry pigment afterwards and use it like a sponge. Then you get this really corroded look. So, and that is another good thing with batch painting. You will find the best technique, or yeah, if you're willing to try, because you have so many miniatures to practice on at the same time, so you get references really fast. So yeah, I find that really good. Sorry guys. Yeah, so really enjoy painting. It is relaxing, and here you can see how I do it. And when it dries up, it dries to a dull brownish metallic look, and it looks really good, I think. And using matte varnish will seal the deal on the pigments as well. I believe. I'm only trying this on my Nurgle before, so, but it seems not to go off, so yeah. And here you can see me sharpen up the edges. And everything I want to get a little shiny, like buttons and things like that, just to make the miniature, you know, pop, or what to call it. I'm not a master, but I'm trying as good as I can. And if you can see, I'm always looking at my brush to find where just wanted to show really fast how my setup is for painting when I'm close-up painting. I'm using a macro lens and putting this on the video and using natural light from the window and filming really close. And this macro lens is, if you can see, if you can imagine where the book is, everything is really clear. And if you little behind it, it will be not in focus, and little before it will not be in focus. It's a really tight spot where I have to hold the miniature. I don't know if you can pick it up. No, for have it really clear in the shot. So this is really a practice, really hard practice to make it look something like this with DSLR. But yeah, that is how I'm filming it. Now I'm going to film some more and